Critical hits. Now, if you saw the thumbnail and title of this video and clicked, I imagine that you too have been
Crit hit.
Now, I'm no stranger to critical hits, as you've probably noticed if you've watched my channel for the last week. No more critical hits. Wouldn't that be a nice reality to live in? Now, of course, maybe 50-50 because they're great when they happen for you, but they're bad when they happen against you. There are two abilities that we'll be focusing on today: Shell Armor and Battle Armor. And these abilities cause your opponents to not hit you with a critical hit. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if these abilities were more readily accessible to the metagame? We really only have a small number of Pokemon in this gen that are competitively viable with these abilities. Well, we're saying today no more critical hits, and we're taking these abilities into battle. Remember, we're getting sick of crits. No more critical hits. And welcome back, guys. Welcome back. My name is Tom, and I play Pokemon, and another format for this video today, we're doing post-game commentary. I did it a couple videos back. I wanted to bring it back today with a really strong intro to let you guys know my thought process going into these battles. Let me know if you like the commentary knowing the result of the battle, or if you like the commentary that's live. I'd really appreciate that, just to kind of see what you prefer, what's more entertaining. Obviously, this match, based on the title and the thumbnail, we are bringing Mons that stop critical hits. We're done. No more crits. I've been crit a billion times, I feel like, in the 2 weeks since I started my channel. So that's what we're bringing. We're bringing 5 Shell Armor Mons and then 1 Battle Armor Mon in Berserker. But I really like our team. It's fun, it's goofy, and I think you guys are going to like it too. So in this first match, we're leading off with Cloyster against this Donphan. You never see it. It's got some decent bulk, but I know it's pretty slow, so no matter what, I know we outspeed. So we're going to go for a Hydro Miss here. Knowing my luck, we're probably going to miss, but you'll see. He pivots out. And he goes right into the Melodic. It's a super tanky Mon, super scary, nothing we can do to it. That actually is pretty good damage, considering that's a super tanky Mon. We're out of here yesterday. There's no way we're staying in. So I think this is a really good time to showcase this Lapras. And guys, don't hate me. This thing is diabolical. This is a super... I don't even know how to describe this Mon. A super kind of silly, no substance. You'll see the moveset. It's full bulk. It's goofy. I'm not going to make excuses. I love you guys. I hope you still love me seeing this moveset. You're going to check it out right now. Whirlpool, Horn Drill, Sing, and Sheer Cold. Obviously, there's a method behind it. We're not going to get hit with a critical hit, so we don't have to worry about calking or a Meowscarada coming in, but it is a little diabolical. So the plan is we want to trap whatever comes in, and if the Lapras leads and something hits us, we trap whatever comes back in because the red card procs. This isn't a great thing that they switched in, because if this Donphan hits us, it's going to switch out. But I do like that chip on Donphan. That's awesome. And I really see no harm in continuing to go with this Lapras. I do want to check something out. Sometimes I kind of forget it's typing Donphan, so it is a mono ground type. So yeah, no problem going into Sing here. And of course we missed, but we deserve that. That's a little karma justice right there. Hits us with the Earthquake. It should bounce off. That did nothing. No damage right there. And then that's where the red card procs. So this is where, again, the goofiness, the silliness comes into play. Whatever comes in, we try to hit with either a Whirlpool or a Sing. That's kind of the plan, and then obviously you go for your Oko moves. But we're not going to stay in. No way. This Hydrapple walls us big time. This is where we bring out our super special tank, our Goodra, that has the potential to set up with Body Press. This is actually such a good set. Outside of the ironic no crits are going to hit it with Shell Armor, it's a great set. It's got great bulk naturally. The special defense is off the charts. Like, not Blissey levels great, but it's really good. So we see the Terra Steel. And that's really good for body press. So look at that Giga Drain. Nothing. And I imagine that's probably a pretty high invested Hydrapple. And of course it just bounces off of us because of the resistance. So this is where we start setting up. Oh, these Mons. Not just the Lapras, I think all of them are diabolical. Now, we are doing ourselves a disservice. Like, Shell Armor on a Cloyster is not an optimal ability. It's almost kind of meme-worthy. It's not like these Mons are, like, super optimized for viability, especially in Regulation H. But we're having fun with it, and guys, that's the thing. Have fun. Have it be entertaining. Try to break up the monotony of the same Mons, the Goldangos, the Ursalunas. So we just wanted to get a little extra life there from the leftovers. Even though that Earth Power hits us, for super effective damage, it does nothing. That's how good this Goodra is. So now we are free to continue setting up here. So we're going to hit another Acid Armor. And we are an extremely threatening Goodra. There's really nothing he can do to us. I decide now that we have these boosts, and knowing that he had the Donphan, and coming in with the Hydrapple and the Melodic, there's nothing he can do to us, so now we start attacking. Now we start getting some chip. And this next move really surprises me. Now I know Donphan has some good natural defense, but with a +4, fully boosted body press, still doesn't KO. Now I know we are 252 in special defense, but I thought that would KO. No harm, no foul. Really isn't much they can do to us. I am going to hit the Protect to get another turn of leftover recovery. And there's the Custap. So I know the Donphan is super slow. I believe off the top of my head, I think it's 50 base speed. So it's kind of a cool set. Custap Endeavor on Donphan. You wouldn't see it coming. It's not that popular. So I like it. Obviously that Protect was a great play there. That Custap Berry has gone to the wayside. And I'm not sure how much Endeavor would have done to us. It would have been really, really strong based on Donphan's HP. But we are going to bop that thing out of here. Alright, so Donphan is gone. And this is this is where he forfeits. GG's, and yeah, we're on to game 2. Alrighty, we're into game 2. Same team. You got your Cloyster, your Berserker, your Lapras, your Dreadnought, the Torterra, and then your Goodra Hisuian. So same team. Guys, I hate doing it, but I really like the same 3 Mons we used in Battle 1. We're going to bring them again. I think they're really fun. They're really quirky. So we're going to lead with that Cloyster. And no one really expects Choice Specs Cloyster. I mean, come on. You expect your Shell Smash, Skill Link, you know, Icicle Spear. That's the Cloyster you expect. But not the Cloyster that we have. So what's so cool about this battle, and this is actually the reason why I was like motivated. I'm like, you know what? I want a team of Mons that aren't going to worry about critical hits. I don't have to worry about silly calcs. This Meowscarada lead for my opponent against the Cloyster is so funny. I won't say anything else, but you'll just see. This is the exact reason, or probably one of the majority of the reasons, why we brought a full team of Shell Armor and Battle Armor. So you got the Cloyster lead against the Meowscarada, and I've been waiting. Alright, these aren't the only matches I played today, guys. I lost a lot today. I had a pretty good record, but not so much anymore. And there's the trick. Alright, maybe assuming we're Focus Sash, or it's a good play. Nullifies the weakness now that they're a Psychic type. But no. We were Choice Specs. So that's kind of unfortunate, and super unfortunate because we missed the Blizzard. So, 2 not good things, but we're going to stick into Blizzard. I see no harm, no foul in doing it. I don't see them staying in either, now that their Flower Trick, you know, regardless of what they do with it, it's no longer stabbed, because they are Psychic. But they pivoted out. And guys, I am not proud of this next encounter, but this is one of the craziest encounters I've had in this generation. Check out what happens. So we get the crazy freeze on the low accuracy ice move. Blizzard, I feel like it always misses. So I pivot here into Lapras to potentially have some cheese. Hey, he's frozen. Maybe he's frozen for 1 or 2 turns. We can come in, and you'll see what happens. Trying not to laugh post-commentary. I already had my moment of comedy. So here we go. So turn 1, frozen. And might as well get some chip with a Whirlpool. I see no harm, no foul in doing that. Okay. Alright, unlucky for my opponent. That's 2 turns of being completely frozen. And I'm not sure of the exact math. I would absolutely love if I can get someone in the comments saying, what are the odds of these next few turns happening? Because they're absolutely wild. So frozen again. There's 3. Hey, it's happened to me. I've had 3 consecutive turns where I haven't thawed out. It's happened. I've had turns where I've been frozen and I've immediately thawed out. So sometimes RNG can be a bully. Sometimes RNG can be your best friend. So we're going for the full cheese, guys, and I am not proud. Alright, I'm not proud. Being crit into oblivion the last week has done some bad things to me. Alright, I want to get these battles done quick. I don't want to play these shenanigans anymore. I'm not proud. What's going on here? So I go for the horn drill. There's no harm in doing that. And he's frozen again. What? So there's 5 consecutive turns. And I need to figure out some math here. I'm not sure of the exact science behind it. I think every turn... I'd love for someone to let me know, because these are crazy turns. There's 6 consecutive turns of being frozen. Now she goes for the Shadow Sneak. And I don't blame her. Get thawed, I understand completely. Oh, man. It can't happen an 8th time, can it? It just can't. There's no way. 8 consecutive turns of being frozen. Are you kidding me? And down goes the muck. Oh, man. That alone could be like a short that could go viral for how just insane that is. Based on the set of this Lapras that I brought versus this muck, I mean, it's like a perfect storm. So I now accept my fate for the rest of this match. I'm like, I'm going to miss all of my moves. I'm going to get... It's just going to be bad for me. So I'm thinking with this Dozo, considering this guy's team, I'm thinking this might be a stall Dozo. So there's the Protect. And in this moment, this reveals a couple things to me. So I'm thinking Protect, maybe Yawn, Rest, something like that. But I know with the Protect, it's got to be some type of stall. It's not a choice band on Dozo. You guys have seen I have done that before. So we deserve to miss every sheer cold for the rest of our lives. And that at the moment tells me, okay, this is probably like a Yawn, Protect, Fissure. They deserve to hit all their fissures. I don't deserve anything. So I want to pivot here. And I'm pivoting into the Goodra. Now, Goodra can't really touch Don Dozo, especially with Dozo's bulk and Dozo's ability. But I do want to bring it into Scout, because I have Protect as well. So I'm like, hopefully they don't go for Fissure here, and they didn't. They went for the Wave Crash, which is awesome for us. Does nothing, obviously. Get some recoil on the Dozo. Also reveals the Dozo's item, which is really nice, because that kind of sets in my brain, alright, this is what they brought. This is the move set. So they got lefties as well. So I'm thinking to myself, are they going to show Fissure? Because if we lose this Goodra, we might not be in the best spot. I don't want to get super lucky all match and hit Horn Drills or Sheer Cold, so I do want to scout out for the Fissure here. And it ended up being a good play, because there it is. I'm like, okay. So he's got the Fissure. This is a little scary. I want to act on that and immediately Terra. I don't want that to even be a factor. I want him to know I have it. I'm not going to hide that in the back. So this turn, we're going to Terra Flying, which I think is such a good defensive typing with this Goodra. Take your opponents off guard. They want to bop you in the face with a fighting move. They want to bop you in the face with a ground move. Based on this, they can't with those ground moves. So we're going to fly high in the sky. and avoid all those fissures. I believe Lapras gets fissure as well. If you're going for an OHKO move, Sheer Cold and Horn Drill, in my opinion, are better. But I really feel like Sheer Cold is the best of the bunch. I believe Sheer Cold and Guillotine are the best. So yep, there is the fissure. Totally missed us. Can no longer hit us. We no longer have to worry about the shenanigans from the Dozo. But again, based on the beginning of this battle, I don't blame him. We deserve to be hit by all the fissures. So I see no reason in staying in here, so I pivot to the Lapras. Potentially get this guy to hit me with a Wave Crash, get him out of here, start stalling him with Whirlpool, start hitting him with one of our OHKO moves. So Yon's a great play by our opponent. Maybe anticipating the pivot, but just trying to get us to sleep. I think that's a great play. And I definitely don't want to go to bed here. So I immediately pivot back out. Yeah, going to bed in any scenario in a high-stakes match, I don't think is a good move. So I try to avoid sleep as much as I can. Maybe sometimes even to a fault. We pivot right back into Goodra. And then they pivot out. Hoping to maybe put our Lapras to sleep and then bring in that Meowscarada. So I'm thinking at this point, you know what? The opponent's got to go for a Hail Mary. Something to kind of shift the momentum. Because we've had all the momentum on our side. So I'm thinking they potentially will trick us. I'm going to protect a Scout. And this is why Protect on the set is so good. Because you can kind of immediately snuff out what the opponent wants to do. And look what comes right here. The trick. So excellent, excellent. We know what he wants to do. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight back into our Cloyster. Let him trick us back on our Choice Specs. Go ahead. You can take your Choice Scarf. Doesn't bother us. Unfortunately, he still sets them up to trick another Mon later in the game. But we're not worried about that. Back into Cloyster. We'll take our Choice Specs back. Thank you very much. And I also wanted to keep Cloyster in. Because I'm like, you know what? I know the Flower Trick is coming if he stays in, right? Now, it won't be stab boosted. Just because them losing that now that they're a Psychic type based on the trick. But I just want to see. So I want to go to Hydro Pump. Thought that was a better play. And you'll see the opponent's thinking about it. But I was just curious. Because, guys, this Flower Trick, it's not going to hit us for any critical damage. And Cloyster's got great natural bulk. It has no defensive investment this set. But I was just curious to see how much this would do. So there comes the Flower Trick. And guess what, guys? No critical hit. I'm glad I could showcase one aspect of these abilities at least one time during this video significantly. Now, crit hit there, that would have been bad. 2 of those hits would have KO'd us. So blocking the crit hit and then probably not anticipating that we have Shell Armor, I think is such a big thing. So they're pivoting, which is a good play by my opponent. Back into Dozo. We're going straight back into Goodra. So I'm thinking to myself, man, do we protect and scout or do we switch? So I want to pivot back out into Lapras just in case they hit us with a Wave Crash or who knows. Lapras pivoting in here I think such a good play because there's so many options on our end if he doesn't yawn. So there's the Wave Crash. Bye-bye, Dondozo. Get a little recoil chip. We'll take it. And the Dozo is immediately out of here. And we're going straight back into the Meowscarada. Alright, so I'm thinking to myself, do we survive a Flower Trick? What's going to happen? We are going to hit Sheer Cold. And we're also anticipating the trick. Because my opponent, I know they're frustrated. I know they're like, what is this guy? I don't understand. And there's the trick, guys. So I'm cool. I'm cool with being tricked. I'm cool. No problem. We will spam Sheer Cold. I'm not proud of it. I'm not going to sit back and endorse this. We hit the Sheer Cold. Oh my goodness. And of course, that's a one-hit KO. And I'm thinking to myself in this video, can we get 2 quits, potentially? Because we're positioned in an incredible spot. I don't see our opponent bringing this back. I'm not proud of how this match turned out, but I believe it is highly entertaining. So we're going to pivot out, just to kind of scout out my opponent. And they canceled the battle. GG's. Guys, thank you so much for watching.